All right. Next is Arizona Specialty Shutters and Blinds. These guys are in the Phoenix area, as you can see down here. This is a good looking site overall from a visual standpoint. The best looking one, in my opinion, that we've seen so far. I did talk to the owner of this website this morning, and he said this website does not generate very many leads. So even though it looks great, could definitely use some optimization things from that standpoint. So let's go through again. Phone number, it is in the top right. It is click to call, but it's really small and it's the same color as everything else. And it just kind of blends in. So I would make it bigger. I would make it bold. I would make it bright orange, something that makes it stand out, so that people that want to just pick up the phone and call can do so. Now, this form looks a lot better than that last one. Still a form at the top of the page, but there's other stuff to do, right? Which is great. The top menu is sticky. So as I scroll down, you see that it stays up there. And now the phone number is a little bit more bold. It's a little bit more obvious. That's awesome. That looks better than when it just comes to the first part of the homepage. So definitely, love the sticky menu, always have. Everybody so far has had this home link, and I just don't think it's necessary. The one thing that I did notice here is not a lot of mention of Phoenix or Scottsdale. Now down here, we do have the Phoenix Valley's trusted shutter blinds and shades dealer. I don't live there, so I don't know, but I don't know how many people are going to search for something like window coverings Phoenix Valley. I have a feeling they're just going to search for window coverings Phoenix or window coverings Scottsdale, something like that. So I would definitely, I don't know if Valley is the right term, even though that's a local term. I don't know if that's right for Google. I don't know if people are going to be searching for a phrase like that. It's also used up here. Same thing as the last site. When we look at the title of this particular site, custom window treatment, Arizona specialty. So no mention of Phoenix, no mention of Scottsdale, no mention of Paradise, any of the places where the money's at, where you might want to rank for those kinds of terms. I would definitely consider putting, make sure that your title tags and your descriptions are correct. And we're going to look at that in a minute here in a little bit more detail. So I have a tool that I have called Screaming Frog, and you can get this tool for free from the web. So screamingfrog.co.uk. So you can download this tool absolutely free, and basically you plug in your domain name and it crawls your site. And one of the things that it can output for you is a list of all of your pages along with their status code, if they're indexable or not, the title, which I've been mentioning already. So here is the home page, and here's that title that I mentioned, Custom Window Treatment Arizona Specialty. So there's that title. How long is that title? And then the meta description is another area that you can modify behind the screen, behind the scenes. In this case, their description is visit the Phoenix Valley's trusted shutter shades, blinds, and shades dealer, the Arizona specialty. Connect with us. Now, this meta description and this meta title is really important because when somebody searches for your business, Arizona specialty.com. So what I'm doing here is a site : search in Google, site : and then a domain, no spaces. So site : Arizona specialty. Hey, Google, tell me what you know about this particular website, right? So all the results are from that domain only. In this case, 47 pages on the site. And here is some of the results. Now, when I mention title tags, this right here, high quality shutters, custom design, Arizona specialty, that is the title tag for the shutters page. Arizona specialty understands the importance of wood shutters, blah, blah, blah. This is the meta description for that particular page. So this is why it's important when you are trying to rank your business against 9 of your competitors on page 1 of Google. this has to stick out in some way. The title needs to somewhat match what they searched for. And then the paragraph under here needs to be compelling enough for them to say, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Click, and then they go to your result. So it's not always about being number one. In some cases, it's about writing the right content, the right copy here. So we do see some things that are repeated, like Arizona specialty is repeated on a lot of pages. I would probably take that off and spend some more time writing out some keyword specific titles and worrying about ranking for Arizona specialty only on your homepage. That's the only page that needs to rank for your brand. The other pages need to rank for the thing that they do. So in this case, shades, high quality shades, get your window shades throughout Phoenix and Scottsdale. I don't know, something like that. Probably something better could be written, but just off the top of my head, that's a good one there. So definitely want to check this, and you can do this, like I said, site colon, and then your domain. That'll show you what's being indexed in Google, or use the tool like Screaming Frog to get this information as well, which is pretty cool. Nice, easy way. If you're more of a nerd, you'll be able to see this information. The one thing I do see here is that a lot of these are repeated, and they're not, it looks like these are different pages where they're just changing this. See, now it says Fountain Hills, but the rest of the content really is all the same. So, all right, that is enough about that. In Ahrefs, again, with this tool, Arizona Specialty, let me click on that and we'll look at some information. So this is the SEO tool that I have to kind of look at the back end of a website. And here are some things that I noticed. First of all, 146 backlinks. Those are links from other websites pointing back to this particular site. That's great. You want more and more backlinks. And we talked earlier on about something called citations, which are mentions of your business around the web. So the Better Business Bureau, your house profile, your Facebook profile. There are a couple hundred of these citation type sites that can get you more backlinks to your site. But this is the one we're concerned about right here, organic keywords. Currently, they're ranking for 123 different search terms, which is an increase of 67 I think this is the last 30 days. Now, if we click on this, we can actually see what keywords they are ranking for. So look at this, Shutters, Arizona. That's a nice one. Of course, it only works if the customer is somewhat near Phoenix, right? They don't want to drive to the other end of the world to install some shutters. Maybe they would, depending on the deal, right? There's two columns we're interested in here. Volume is searches per month for that phrase. So 200 people a month are searching for Shutters, Arizona. That's awesome. And then position they are in Google for that phrase. So currently they're in position 13, which is page 2, slot number 3. So you really want to, obviously you want to be on page 1, right? The joke is the best place to hide a dead body, page 2 of Google. So a lot of page 2 results here. This one, they're at the top of page 2, just past page 2. 20 is the last one on page 2 of Google. So basically, there's 10 results per page. This tool is called Ahrefs. It is not free, Ahrefs. It is not a free tool. There's also one called SEMrush, SEMrush.com, that does a lot of the same things. It is also not free. They may have like a free trial or a really short kind of free time that you could use it, but we pay for the pro version of this, because we use it for all of our clients all the time. So all right, what else on my notes here? Yeah, ranking for a lot of different keywords, but probably could definitely use some optimization and some work around getting these backlinks up. As you can see, these are organic keywords by top position. So where are they ranking? Mostly they're ranking in the 11 plus, which is page 2 of Google or more. You can see down here in the orange, you can hardly see they're really not ranking for anything on page 1 of Google. So, you want this to be a nice trending upward chart as time goes on and ranking more and more on page 1. Let's see. Some of the backlinks in here are not high quality. In some cases, you're not going to have any opportunity to do anything about this. Like this, which hair loss product should I use? This is not a relevant link, even though it looks like they're pointing back to this website. Not relevant. It's not like it's coming from, WF Vision magazine or something like that. It is way off topic. So probably not much value there in having that link. Yellow Place, which is a different version of Yellow Pages type thing. Bestimprovers.com. That one's kind of cool. Mesa, Arizona windows and doors. They have a link back to their site. So that's good. So there are some good links in here, but also some that are just not worth anything, as time goes on. So it's not always just about the number of backlinks, but also about the quality of those backlinks, that they are from your industry, that they're relevant. That helps as well. All right, let's go on to, there's a question. What is local optimization? How is it different from SEO? Okay, fantastic question, Maureen. So this tool, Ahrefs, looks at this, whatever domain I put in here versus every other website online, right? So it is comparing these guys to everybody else. A tool that like Bright Local is more for very, very local search. So when I showed, who was that I showed? Was it Core, I think. This tool, which is generated from our Bright Local program, shows things in a more local search. So how are you guys competing against other companies in your town, right? So it looks at that kind of stuff, and it looks at when somebody searches for you, who else comes up. So much more local, and that's really, for our clients, that's what we're after, right? We're after these local rankings because most people are searching for window coverings, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, window coverings near me, right? Near me is a huge search nowadays. So it's using your location to find local results. This tool really just gives us a good idea of this website versus all other websites. How are they doing from Google standpoint? And then we drill down into the more local stuff to see how are they actually ranking very locally, which gives us a lot better information. So hopefully that answers your question. It's still SEO. So there are some things that we need to work on, right? We need to have the right titles and meta descriptions because that is part of every SEO project. But inside this, we should also be mentioning local places, because we don't just want to rank, we want it to rank locally, right? We want it to rank in Phoenix. We don't want it to rank in Long Beach, California. So we want to be more specific about the local location, local area that they're in. And I did see, I wanted to see if they had locations. So they do have what we call city pages again. And I think we saw this on somebody else. So this is much better. Blinds, shades, shutters in Gilbert, AZ. This is great. There is some information here. I don't know if this information is the same. So let's check it out. Your interior space should be well furnished, including the accessories. So let's go to Cave Creek now and see if the information changes. Just thinking about it. Uh-oh, did we get a bad link here? Or is it just going slow? So what I'm curious about is if the information is the same and just the location has changed. I'm not sure. There we go. Your interior space should be well furnished, including the accessories. So it's not unique content, most likely. They just changed this. And all of this is the same. Highly recommend writing unique content for every city page. And I can show an example of one of our clients that does this really well. This is Naka's Drapery on the island of Maui. When you look at one of their city pages, We've got their name up here along with that city. We've got a picture of that particular city. We also mention local things, local landmarks, things like that. And then these H2 or heading tags also mention location, mention some keywords that are specific for that. So this page ranks for a lot of terms related to that particular city. And then we even put a map of that particular city there. So building something that is super local, in this case, city pages, is really going to help you versus like what these guys did. They kind of had the idea, but didn't get all the way through the process. So these are all, all the same site or all the same content.